I've taken over the Chicago Bears, and I'm on a quest to win the Super Bowl. But there's a problem. Our GM, being the genius that he is, has cut every player from this team, leaving us with just our franchise quarterback, Caleb Williams. And he told me that the only players he's willing to pick up are players that link by name. He's trying some new roster building strategy. Straight out of a book, he said. Thankfully, his pockets are deep, and that's the only restriction we have, so let's have at it. Not only does the last letter of his name have to link with the starting letter of the player that we add, but he can only be a halfback or fullback because the position has to link on screen as well. And when it comes to running backs with an S last name, I'm not gonna lie, our options are pretty limited. We've got Ramondre Stevenson, who's an 80 overall, Tyjae Spears, Devin Singletary, Will Shipley, Trey Sherman, and a bunch of guys that don't really matter. But with fullback, at least we've got Keith Smith II. Oh my gosh, this is not good. I think there's only one correct choice, and that's to go with Tyjae Spears. He's young. He's a star dev. I mean, he's pretty cute. Not that that's a criteria for this. I'm just saying. So just like that, Spears is now a Chicago Bear. But now we're moving on to our 3 receivers, and the order I pick them in will be very important. Thankfully, there are some amazing options, starting with Amon-Ra St. Brown. We've also got JSN. Devonta Smith is an option. Deebo Samuel, who's a scheme fit, but I don't know if I want players that are going to throat punch our kickers. I can't get too picky here. I've got to take the clear number 1 choice here and then find someone with an N. So welcome to the Chicago Bears. You're coming along with Ben Johnson, Amon-Ra St. Brown. And believe it or not, there are only 3 wide receivers that have a first name starting with the letter N. Malik Neighbors, Puka Nacua, and Jalen Naylor. All insane options. Do we go with the young blood in Malik Neighbors, or do we go with the other young blood in Puka Nacua? Oh my gosh, this is so difficult. I don't know, dude. I think we go with Puka, who's got that for sure superstar development. My decision is final. Welcome to the team, you long-haired demon, Puka Nacua. And this was a 500 IQ play because now his name ends with an A. And guess what other receiver's name starts with an A? It's Nelson Aguilar. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Nelson Aguilar. It's Devontae Adams. So we've got the receiver in his prime. We've got the young and up-and-coming receiver. And now we've got the old vet to teach him his ways. And with Devontae ending in an S, I feel like our options for tight end should be pretty good, right? I mean, that's a common letter. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of them, but none of them are very good is the problem. So maybe I should have looked ahead here. I mean, Dalton Schultz isn't a bad option. Neither is Jonnu Smith, who's pretty fast. The problem is when we move to our right tackle, I don't know if we're going to find something with the letter Z in it, to be honest. So I think the options become clear. We're going to go with Jonnu Smith. And I'm trying to play the game looking ahead, but not overdo it, which is beautiful because we're between Anton Harrison and Rob Havenstein, who is a great right tackle. I'm very happy to have Havenstein protecting our right side for Caleb Williams. But the question is, what right guard will start with the letter N? I don't have much confidence that we're going to find something great here, if anything at all. And we've reached our first hiccup. There are none currently on active rosters that start with the letter N, but let me check free agency. Oh no. The best option we have is Michael Neese, who was cut from Detroit. Bro, he's a 63 overall. Oh, as you can see, without looking ahead and trying to be strategic here, we kind of got screwed. I blame this one on Havenstein, honestly. I think this is all his fault because for a second we were absolutely cooking there and now we're not. Don't worry, Jonnu Smith is not going to be our left tackle. But now we're on to a center looking for the letter E. O-line, I feel like, is just the one group I'm not going to be able to really attack here. I just don't know enough about it. Please give me a good E. Give me a good E. No way, dude. I mean, this Elfline guy is a 68. It's better than a 58, but now we got to sign Pat Elfline. And we're going back to the letter N after this, which we've already had bad luck with. I'm not happy about this one. There's nothing to fear. Quentin Nelson, baby. How did I not even think about that one? That was a 500 IQ play. We're back to our excellence here with Quentin Nelson. But then we go back to a letter N. We've done a lot of N's today. Even this guy, his name starts and ends with N. Is that like a common theme for N letter names? This is the only one we can add as our left tackle, Yash Nijman, who's a 69 overall, and not what I wanted to protect our franchise quarterback. We have now connected all the dots besides fullback. We're just going to leave that to the CPU signings. Now, starting at our free safety, we don't have a defensive captain. I need to fill the spot with the letter N. And I feel like now I'm in a loop. I'm literally stuck on the letter N. And to figure out the position, we're starting with the letter N. On our defense, we're going to be spinning this wheel. So let's see what this is going to give us. I mean, give us like a middle linebacker. That way I can start in the middle and branch out either direction. Instead, we're going to be starting on the defensive line. It looks like our left end. You gotta be kidding me, bro. I'm in letter N limbo. There's no letter N's for the position of left end. Our goal is to get to the playoffs where then I'm allowed to play and try to win a Super Bowl. But if I'm signing 58 overall free agents, we're never even gonna get to the playoffs because there's not even a left end free agent that has the letter N as the first letter of his last name. So we have to now sign the worst rated right end in the game, which is Ryder Anderson at a 62 overall. Oh my gosh. And of course, his last name ends with an N. I'm in N limbo. I can't get away from the N. Now, I can either go to defensive tackle or cornerback as those connect. We got Greg Newsome for cornerback. He's really not a bad option. I think I got to go with Greg Newsome. 83 overall, 93 speed. Welcome to the Chicago Bears, Greg. And now we got to find 2 more corners. Not great for the letter E here. We've got Kyer Elam or Martin Emerson, another Cleveland Brown. This either ends with the letter R for Junior or M. And an M option will give us Trent McDuffie, which is crazy, or Quinyon Mitchell, or Kenny Moore, or Byron Murphy. But an R would give us Jalen Ramsey. But his name ends in a Y, which has me very nervous. There are no free safeties or strong safeties that start with the letter Y.
75 years later.
I've been cooking up in the kitchen, and I think I got a plan. We got Greg Newsome, ends with an E. We're gonna go with Kyer Elam, who's a 76 overall. Star dev, young player, decent. And to everyone's surprise, I'm not actually gonna go with Trent McDuffie, even though he seems like the clear option. We're actually gonna go with Quinyon Mitchell, the rookie corner for the Eagles. 84 overall, an absolute young stud, because he's gonna be connected to our free safety. Then we're gonna go after Julian Love. So we started with Anderson, who connected us to Newsome, who connected us to Elam, who connected us to Mitchell, who connected us to Julian Love. Now we're targeting a right outside linebacker, starting with an E, and I don't... Oh, no. I think we go back to strong safety. Was connected to our cornerback 2, which is Greg Newsome. Ends with an E. Please tell me I didn't back myself into a corner here. I thought I was so on top of it. Okay, this isn't bad. Deshaun Elliott ends with a T. That should be easy to find. So Newsome will connect to Elliott at our strong safety. And now we've got to go for left outside linebacker, middle linebacker, and then right outside linebacker before we polish off the defensive line. But how hard can a left outside linebacker that starts with TB? Apparently very difficult. But nobody that's that good right now. I suppose we'll go with Taki. Oh, the name is so sick, dude. I can't go with Thibodeau. I mean, what middle linebacker is going to start with an X? Ryan Shoyinka or Tui Pelotu? Middle linebacker names are out of control. Unfortunately, I just looked at middle linebackers and our options are not good. We literally have to go with Tryon Shoyinka. That's our left outside linebacker. This is so bad. This challenge is much harder than I thought it would. I don't know if we're building a playoff team here. Tryon Shoyinka will connect to Azeez Al-Shaair. Not my favorite player in the NFL, but we need him for the sake of this challenge. Who then gives us the option of Chris Rump, Chop Robinson, Jalen Reeves-Maybin. I don't really need a pass rusher, but he's just a clear option here, I think. So, yeah, I'm going to take the young rookie Chop. And on our final roster, of course, Chop will be right outside linebacker. So now we've got to connect to a right end that starts with, of course, the letter N. We have one option. Nunez Roches Sr. Dude, the letter N is a tricky little something. But welcome to the team, Rakeem. I mean, that's kind of sick. We rhyme. Since he's a senior, now we've got to find an R for our defensive tackle. There should be some good options here, right? Between these options, I feel like he's just clearly the best. So, yeah, we're going to go with DJ Reader. I need another defensive tackle, which means I just went R to R. Does everyone's name start and end with the same letter in this league? So now I gotta go with Jaquelin Roy, Justin Rogers, Levi Drake Rodriguez, Malcolm Roach, or Jordan Riley, or Keith Randolph Jr. Considering this is the last position before we go to kicker, and all of them pretty much stink, Malcolm Roach is probably the clear choice here at the highest overall, but I'm actually gonna go with Levi Drake Rodriguez. I mean, it's our second defensive tackle. It's not that important, because when we go to kickers, we can now pick up Greg Zuerlein, who's very old, but he's got 96 kick power. This is Greg the Leg, baby. And I just realized punter. Now we're stuck with the letter N again. Not that I punt that much, but I guarantee you we get screwed, and of course we do. There is just no way that there is a punter available, a last name that starts with an N. Okay, so now I get to add the worst punter available, which is Colby Wadman, a 62 overall with 90 kick power. Not bad. When it comes to the looks department, this guy, he's not there. He's not there yet. And now we have been on quite the journey here. Of course, we only have 25 players on this roster. The reorder depth chart is set to manual, and the CPU will be filling the rest of the roster for us. I'll be simming straight to the playoffs, and while we do, I really want to beat this challenge. I want to win Caleb Williams and this team a Super Bowl, despite the insane criteria that was set on us by GM Ryan Poles. However, I have a ton more team builder ideas of stuff I want to do like this, but I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down in the comments below what kind of team builders you want to see, what challenges you want us to embark on. I'm going to do my best to win Super Bowls, but I know you guys will give us extreme challenges regardless. I look forward to seeing what you drop down below. And the moment of truth is upon us. Did this team and Caleb Williams make the Super Bowl in just his rookie year? The answer is no. We built an all-time bad team. We went 1-16. I didn't think it'd be great, but that is like, you kind of have to laugh at yourself. That's like exceptionally bad. But if you enjoyed this video, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe and watch this video in the meantime. I appreciate you so much.